If you have ADHD, then I want to describe a day to you, and I want you to ask yourself how much it relates. You wake up and you can already feel that you're behind. You're slow to get out of bed and you can feel the day already slipping through your fingers. It gets to lunchtime and you still haven't started most of the tasks that you set for yourself, let alone completed any. Then gets into the afternoon and you find yourself scrolling on your phone, still not having completed the tasks that need to be done. And despite having approached the day thinking this would be the day you turn things around, there's a dark voice in your head. It's a quiet voice that just goes, "What is wrong with me?" Now, if me describing that day felt like a personal attack, then you're in the right place. And I used to feel like this too. I used to feel like I'd completely let myself down, let alone everyone else. And before I tell you anything else, I want to stress this to you most importantly, is that you are not broken. My name's Marcus, and this used to be me, and that was on a good day. My bad days were even worse. My bad days, I used to be up till 3 a.m., sometimes even 5 a.m. I'd be up gaming or scrolling and basically struggling with these addictions that weren't serving me. I was living off of takeaways with no real structure to my day. I'd wake up when I'd wake up, often far too late. A lot of the time I'd skip breakfast. Lunch would be my first meal of the day, and even that would be late. I would be a complete mess. I'd be getting nothing productive done. My room was an absolute tip. It was an absolute car crash. I always promised myself that things would be better in the future and that I would get back to being on track on Monday. And then it never was. And I'll be honest, when I got diagnosed, it didn't feel like a relief. It really got me down. It literally felt like a death sentence. It felt like I'd been labeled with this disability and that I was broken. And it was an excuse for everything that was wrong with me. And then there's also like the fact that you suddenly have an excuse for everything, and you start to coast and just blame everything on your diagnosis. Not to mention also the maths you do, thinking, oh, what if I had known about it at a younger age? What if I had known about this when I was 10? What if I had more resources going through school, going through university, and had answers and techniques to help me? You start to imagine, what could life have been like if I'd known a bit sooner? If you felt this, then I would just say that you're not alone, and I felt this too, and it's completely normal to feel this way. But here's the thing that nobody told me, and when I start to realize this, everything started to change. And that is that ADHD is not a fixed setting. It's not something that is stuck in stone for the rest of your life. And I bet that deep down you know this. You might not have fully recognized it, but if you tune in and look back at your weeks, your days, I'm sure you see days that you're absolutely on fire and you can do a lot and achieve a lot and get stuff done. And then on other days, you're completely stuck in the mud and drowning and feeling overwhelmed or getting down and low mood. Now, it's very important that you note that this isn't inconsistency or laziness. This is just the nature of ADHD. It's affected by so many things, and it's super holistic. It's affected by your sleep, your biochemistry. Have you exercised today? It's the environment that your brain is in. It's your motivation. Are you interested in the things you're working on? There's so many different parts of ADHD and things that it's influenced by. And when we start to make this work for us, things can really click in the right direction. Now, stay with me here, because this is super important. And this is the concept that if your symptoms can get worse and your ADHD seems worse, then it makes sense that it can also get better and improve. Now, I'm not promising you a cure. I still have ADHD and I still have dyspraxia, but the versions of them and the versions of myself compared to now to when I got diagnosed are so different. And I'm in such a better place. I feel so much better. I feel so much happier. I operate better. And this is the thing, is that health and ADHD and dyspraxia, they're so integrated. And a lot of the time we take poor health for bad ADHD, and The truth is that they're so integrated is that often you can't tell them apart. And the fact is that our health affects our ADHD massively, as well as ADHD affecting our health. So how did I get to this better version of myself where I wasn't a slave to my ADHD? The truth is I wasn't trying harder. Trying hard is important, don't get me wrong, but it would have never got me there on its own. The truth is, for those of us with ADHD, a lot of the time we end up blaming ourselves for losing a race that we were never set up for or taught how to run. In the next video, I want to show you why almost everything you've tried to help your ADHD hasn't worked or hasn't stuck. And I'll show you the one thing that almost everyone misses with ADHD, and how once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it, and it will change your perspective on life and ADHD forever. So watch the next video, it's only short, and I'll see you there.